Yesterday, we started Power View. Yesterday's class is class number 1 in the Power View. In the Power View class 1, what we discussed is, we discussed about what? Power View introduction. And then we discussed about what? Power BI desktop user interface. Then we talk about what? Visual interactions. So what is visual interactions we discussed in the last class? And today, we'll discuss first the types of interactions. In the visual interactions, we have what? Types of interactions. How many types are there? 3 types. We'll talk about the 3 types of interactions first. Yesterday, we saved the report, right? And let's open that report first. In the desktop, I saved the report as Power View class 1. When I go and click on this, it will open the report. It will open what? The report what we saved yesterday. When I double click on it, it will open this report using a software called what? Power BI Desktop. Okay, let it open. Once it open, yesterday we created a couple of visuals. We can see here. So what visual interactions means, I said, when you select one data point in one visual, all other visuals will filter the data to that data point. It is because of visual interactions. Now, technology is doing how much sales overall? 836. For how many regions? 4 regions. When I go and click on central, 836 got changes to what? 170. It is showing only for which region? Central. Phones is doing overall how much sales? 330K. For how many regions? 4 regions. When I click on central, 330K changes to what? 72K. 72K is only for what? Central. So what visual interactions means? When you select a data point in one visual, all other visuals in the report page will filter the data to that data point because of visual interactions. Because of what? How it is filtering the data means because of visual interactions, because of visual interactions. Okay, so that is what definition I given. So let's understand what are the different types of interactions we have. First type of interaction is what? Highlight action. Second one, filter action. Third one, none action. We'll make you understand this. So what is highlight action means? So when you select on data point, in other visual, it will highlight the data. Look at here. This is technology, all 4 region sales. This is what? Technology, how many region sales? 4 region sales. When I go and click on central, it will highlight a part of it. When I click on central, it got highlighted this part. So and try to understand the blue slice is for technology, all 4 regions. The orange slice is for what? Red one is for only central. So here in this visual, when I select the data point, it highlighted. Which one it do? Highlighted. In the same note, this complete one is 330K. When I go and click on central, it will highlight a part of it. Highlight a part of it. Here it is doing what an interaction here also? Highlight. Power BI will first give the priority to highlight action. Which action? Highlight action. When you select one data point in one visual, other visual will highlight the data. Other visual will highlight the data. That is what? Highlight action. That is what? Highlight action. Power BI will give the first priority to. Power BI will give, even though there are 3 interactions, Power BI will do which interaction mostly? Highlight action. Power BI will give first priority. First priority to which interaction? Highlight action. First priority to highlight action. Okay. So there are some visuals which will not support highlight. Okay. When a visual is supporting highlight, Power BI will do highlight only. Now take an example. There is a card visual. Here you have some area. As you have some area, I can highlight a part of that area. Here I have some area. As there is some area, I can highlight a part of that area. But do you have any area here? Can I highlight a part of that area? Means no, it's a number. I cannot highlight a part of that number. So there are some visuals which will not support which action? Highlight. When the visual is not able to support highlight, then Power BI will do what? Filter action. So few visuals will not support highlight action. Few visuals will not support which interaction? Highlight action will support only when you have some area. When you have what? A filled area like this. A filled area like this. Highlight will support. Is there any area here? No, it's a number which will not support highlight action. Tell me guys, this visual will support highlight action, yes or no? Okay. Pie chart support highlight action. Tree map support highlight action. Donut chart support. Card visual will support highlight? No. Right. Few visuals will not support highlight. Highlight action. Then Power BI will give the next priority to filter action. Then Power BI will give next priority to which interaction? To filter action. It will go and give the next priority to filter action, guys. Okay. So if you see, when I go and click on central, now you are seeing when I don't select anything, how much you are seeing profit? 286. 286 for how many regions? 4 regions. When I click on central, this number got filtered. Previously 286 got changes to what? 39. This number got filtered and it is showing the filtered number. It is doing what interaction here? Filter action. If you see grayed out area, highlighted area, that is highlight action. If you see highlighted area and grayed out area, that is which interaction? Highlight. Here you see highlighted and grayed out. No, it is doing what interaction here? Filter. So by default, Power BI will do either highlight or filter. By default, you will never have what? None action. So either if a visual support highlight action, it will do highlight. Otherwise, it will do what? Filter. You will never have what? None means no change. None means no change. Okay, you'll never have it. So here important point is there are sometimes clients will ask you to change the default visual interactions. There are sometimes client will ask us to share. Sometimes clients will ask to change what interactions? Default visual interactions. There are sometimes clients will ask us to change the default visual interactions. When the client is asking to change the default visual interactions, how can we change it? I'll show you. So now I'll ask one question. When I click on technology, in this visual, which interaction it is doing now? Highlight. In this visual, highlight action. In these two visuals, filter action, right? Now, there are sometimes your client will ask you to change the default interactions. Default visual interactions will be there. Client will ask you to change. Let me tell you a requirement. See, before I said that, I'll take two visuals here. First table visual, I'll go and drag the category. Into the first table visual, we'll drag which column? Category. How many categories are there? 3 categories. I'll take another table visual. I'll go and drag subcategory. Which column? Go and drag subcategory. When I go and drag subcategory, so how many categories are there in my table is 3 categories are there. What are the 3 categories? Furniture, office supplies, technology. How many subcategories are there is 17. How many? 17. Now how many you are seeing? 17. As soon as I go on, okay, that 17 subcategories comes under 3 categories. When I go and click on furniture, you are seeing how many subcategories? 4. Out of 17, furniture have how many? Totally 17. Furniture have what? 4. Office supplies 3, 3, 3. How many? 9. Next one, technology, another 4. Here 4, here 9, here 4. Total 17, right? Okay. See now, when I go on, now all the 17 subcategories are there here. 17 subcategories have dark color, and the 17 subcategories are showing the numbers. When I go and click on technology is doing how much sales? 836. Technology have how many subcategories? 4. That 4 got highlighted here. What are the 4? Phones, missions, accessories, copiers. These 4 are available under where? Technology. When technology is doing 836K sales, the 836K, 330K sales are coming from where? Phones. 189K is coming from where? Missions. 167K is coming from where? Accessories. 149K is coming from where? Copiers. When you go and sum all these numbers, what might be the number you will get? 836K. So now here, what it is doing? Highlight. In this visual, what it is doing? Only technology related data got highlighted. Remaining data got grayed out. Chairs, it is showing 0K. Storage, 0K. They got grayed out. Here, this is not looking good. This visual is not looking good. When I go and click on technology, I don't want to show highlighted one. I don't want to show grayed out one. What is the need of, do you do any analysis from the grayed out one? Means no. Technology is doing 836K. I need to know technology have 4 subcategories. How I am getting this 836K from 4, I need to know. Do you do any analysis by this grayed out one? Means we don't do. Then why we need to see this grayed out one? My requirement is when I click on technology, here I need to see only technology related 4, remaining I don't want to see. I don't want to see chairs. I don't want to see storage. I don't want to see tables. I don't want to see binders. How to stop showing them? How to stop showing them here? How can you stop showing them, miss? No. You want to change highlight action to what? Filter action. Now it is showing what? It is doing what? Highlight action. Highlight action means both it will show related data and other data also. Related data highlight, other data grayed out. But if you do filter, only technology related one will filter, remaining it will not show. Remaining it will not show. That's what I said. There are sometimes clients will ask to change what? Default visual interactions to get the better appearance, Now, so first I'll duplicate this page. Before I change the interactions, I'll right click on the page. I'll click on what? Duplicate. I got duplicate of page 1. I don't touch this page, or else go to the page 1 now. In the page 1, I want to change the visual interaction. My requirement is when I click on technology, when I click on any data point, which interaction is performing here? Highlight. I don't want highlight here. I want what? Filter. I want to change it. Here, which interaction it is doing in this visual now? Highlight. In these 2 visuals, filter, right? Now my requirement is when I click on any data point, here I don't want to highlight. I want what? Filter. Here, leave it to what? Highlight. Here, instead of filter, I want to make it none. I want to make it what? None. When I click on technology, I don't want to change the numbers in 2 visuals. They want to remain same. They want to show complete data. So if you want to show complete data, what you need to do? I'm trying to explain how to change what? Default visual interactions. I'm giving a requirement. How to change the default visual interactions is I'm changing the interactions in which page? Page 1. Select the source visual first. What is this? Where is the, you will select data point in this pie chart. Select that visual. Then go to format tab. Which tab? Format tab. Then you will find what? Edit interactions. When I click on edit interactions, except the source visual, remaining visuals, some buttons got pop up. So every visual on the top, you see some buttons. Few visuals will have 3 buttons. This visual also have 3 buttons. This visual have only 2 buttons. How many buttons? 2 buttons. See here. What is the first interaction? Filter action, highlight action, none action. Filter action, highlight action, none action. Here, filter, none. Here, filter, none. What is missing here? Highlight. So why highlight is missing? Few visuals will not support highlight. So some visuals will have highlight action, filter action, none action. Few visuals will have only what? Filter and none. You will not have what? Highlight. Okay, that's fine. Now, what is the current interaction? Out of these 3, whether it is filter or highlight or none, how to know? The black color is there, right? That is the current interaction. So out of these 3 buttons, which button is having black color? Highlight button. That means what is doing here? Highlight. Here, which one is having black button? Highlight. Here, which one is having black button? Filter. Here it is doing what? Filter. Okay, see, this button is for filter. This button is for highlight. This button is for none. So what you are planning here? You are planning to leave it to highlight. Don't touch. What you are planning here? Instead of highlight, you need to change it to what? Filter. What do you need to do here? You want to make it none. Instead of filter, make it what? None. Now, what is the one you are doing here? None. What you are doing here? Filter. What it is doing here? Highlight. Now, once you change, click on one more time this button. Edit interaction button. Now, do you see that? No. That buttons you don't see now. Now go and click on what? Technology. When I just click on technology, now what is doing in this visual? highlight. What is doing in this visual? Filter. Is it showing only technology related subcategories? Phones, accessories, missions, copies. When compared to previous, now it is more clear, right? What it is doing in these two visuals? None. It is showing complete data. Now go and click on furniture. Furniture is doing how much sales? 742. The furniture have how many subcategories? 4. Chairs, bookcases, tables, furnishing. In furniture, which one is doing highest? Chairs. Which one is doing least? Furnishings. Furnishings is doing least. When you sum these 4 numbers, how much you will get? 742. So we are able to show furniture related data. When I go and click on office supplies, how many subcategories you are seeing? 9. Right. Filter. Right. So that's what. That is how you'll. Now I have a question for you. Now when I click on technology in these two visuals, currently what interaction you have? None, right? Now my question is, I'll go and click on central and you guys tell me in these two visuals, will data filter or it is none? What?
It is none, sir.
It is none. People are telling it's none. When I go and click on central in these two visuals, will data change or remain same? People are telling it remains same. Yes? Yes? Will it remain same or data change?
Remaining same, sir.
Remaining same. It will change. What? It will change. It will not remain same. It will change. Why it will change means this visual as the source visual, you change the interaction. But this visual as the source visual, you don't change the interaction. This visual, you will have still default interaction only. Which one? Default. Now tell me when I go and click on central, what it will do in this visual? Highlight or filter? Highlight. What it will do in this visual? Highlight. What it will do in these two visuals? Filter. See that when I click on central, highlighting, highlighting, filtering, filtering. Yes or no? Why? Because to this visual as source, you change the interaction. For only one visual, you change the interaction. Other visual, it is default again. Now, if you want to change for this, you can change it. Take an example. When I click on this, in every visual, I need to do filter. Every visual, I need to do what? Filter. Or else do one thing. Here, I want to change highlight to what? Filter. Here also, I need to change highlight to what? Filter. In this two visual, I need to make what? None. How to change it? Select the source visual. Go to format, edit interaction, change it to filter here, change it to filter here, change it to none here, change it to none here. One more time, click on what? Edit interaction so that you will not see buttons. When I click on central, what it is doing in this visual now? Highlight or filter? Filtering. If you have graded area, then only it is highlighting. Here, what it is doing? Highlight or filter? Filtering. In these two visuals? None.
Nothing,
Right?
sir.
Okay, that's fine. You change it, right? They are working, right? Now you guys tell me, when I go and click on phones, in these two visuals, data remains same or filter?
Changes.
When I go and click on phones, in these two visuals, data remains same or filter?
It will change.
It will filter. For these two visuals, you change. For this visual, you have not changed. When I go and click on phones, what it is doing in this visual? Highlight. Grayed out when you see highlight. What it is doing in this visual? Highlight. What it is doing in these two visuals? Filter.
Filtering.
Right? Default interactions. Like this, we can change it. So there are sometimes client will ask between every visual. If you go to duplicate page, okay, in page 1, between the visuals, you change the interactions, right? Now you go to duplicate page 1. In the duplicate page 1, when I click on technology, what happens in this visual? Highlight. What happens in this visual? Highlight. What happens in these two visuals? Filter. Default will be there. We have not changed in the duplicate page. We changed in what? Page 1 only. See, when I click on technology, highlight, highlight, filter, filter. Now what my client is asking is, between every visual, they are expecting the filter action. What they're expecting? Filter action. When I select the data point, here they want filter, here they want filter, here they want filter, here they want filter. Not only for this visual. Even when I go to this visual, here they want filter, here they want filter, here they want filter, here they want filter. Even when I go and select this visual, here they want filter, 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 filter. Every visual, what they're expecting? Filter action. How to change between every visual filter action is one way. You need to go to each visual, you need to go to format, you need to change the interactions. You need to go to format, you need to click on interactions. Going to each visual, changing the interactions will take lot of time. Will take what? Lot of time. First, you need to go to first visual, you need to change it. Then go to second visual, you need to change it. Then go to third visual, you need to change it. Then go to fourth visual, you need to change it. Like this, you need to change it. It takes time, guys. Instead of doing that, let me tell you, In one go, you can change it. How to change it is go to file menu. There is something called what? Options and settings. Go to options. And I go to options. You need to go to current file. Where? Current file. In the current file, you will find report settings. Which one? Report settings. You need to go to current file. You need to go to report settings. When you go to report settings, there is something called visual options. Which one? In the visual options, there is a last checkbox. What is the last checkbox? Change default visual interaction from where? Cross highlighting to cross filtering. First priority, Power BI will give what? For highlight. Highlight or cross highlight, both are same. We are asking wherever Power BI is doing highlighting now, change that highlighting to what? Filtering. That's what you are asking. And just press what? Keep this checkbox selected and just press OK. Now you guys tell me, when I go and click on technology here, what it is doing? Filtering or not? Everywhere it is filtering or not? When I go and click on central, what it is doing? Filtering. When I go and click on phones, what it is doing? Filtering. Phones comes under which category? Technology category. It is filtering, right? Every visual have filtering right now. So with one click, you can change it. Okay, that's fine. We got an idea. What are the, so first we start with what visual interactions means. When you select the data point in one visual, it will filter the data in other visuals. How it will filter the data is because of what? Visual interactions. Then we understand what? Types of interactions, 3 interactions. Power BI will give first priority to what? Highlight. There are some visuals which will not support what? Highlight, then it will do what? Filter. By default, you will never have what? None. But there are some times. So there are some times client will ask you to change what? Default interactions. There are sometimes clients will ask you to change what? Default interactions. How to change, we discussed. And then between all the visuals, how to set what? Filter actions. So in the duplicate page, we go and set between all the visuals filter action. Not only it will change for one page, guys, it will change for, you do it in report level. Which level? Report level. It will do for complete report. It will do for what? Complete report. All the pages. Every page, page 1, page 2, page 3, every page it will change. It's a report setting. Fine. That is about visual interactions. We are done with visual interactions. What is the next topic for today's classes? So yesterday we started a module called Power View. Which one? Power View. In Power View, first I given some introduction. After the introduction, we discussed about a topic called visual interactions. Which one? Visual interactions. Now we are done with visual interactions. What is the second topic I will discuss in Power View is, second topic is filters in Power View. What? Filters in Power View. There is a concept called filters. That filters concept I'll discuss today. Okay. So I'll tell you when to use in Power View. There is a concept called what? Filters. I will tell you when to use that filters. Write that point. Filters are used to show subset of data from complete data. Filters, or else let's write like this. From complete data to show subset of data, to show subset of data, we will use filters. We'll use which one? Filters. Okay. Now there are sometimes you will have what? Complete data. Out of complete data, we need to show what? Subset of data. Then we need to use what? Filters. Take an example. I have 20 years data. Out of 20 years, I need to show only 2 years. How much? 2 years. 20 years is complete data. 2 years is subset of data. How can you show from 20 years to 2 years? Using filters. Let's say I have 4 regions data. I need to show only 1 region data. How to show from 4 regions only 1 region? Using filters. That's what I written. From complete data to show subset of data, we'll use what? Filters. So that same kind of filters concept is available in where? Power View. Let me tell you when to use filters in Power View. When to use filters in Power View. When to use filters in Power View is, there are sometimes Power Pivot will have some complete data. What you will have? Power Pivot will have complete data. But in the visuals, we need to show subset of data. In the visuals, we need to show what? Subset of data. Let's say in Power Pivot, you have 20 years data. But in the visual, I need to show only 2 years data. How many years data? 2 years. How can you show from 20 years, 2 years data is, you need to take the 20 years data to Power View. In Power View, we need to apply the filters and we need to show what? 2 years data. So write that point. When to use filters in Power View is when Power Pivot contains complete data. When Power Pivot contains complete data, and if you want to show subset of data in the visuals, if you want to show subset of data in the visual, subset of data in where? Visuals, then we will use filters in Power View. Use filters in where? Power View. Read the point again. Power Pivot contains what? Complete data. And if you want to show what? Subset of data in where? Visuals. Then we need to use what? Filters in Power View. Where you have filters in Power View is when I go to Report View. Report View is nothing but Power View, right? When I go to Report View, you will have something called what here? Filters. This is Power View filters. This is what? Power View filters. Now take an example. I take now when I go to orders table, in the orders table, when I go to region column, how many different regions are there? 4 regions. You can see we have central, east, south, west. 4 regions have sales values, right? Now take an example. When I take card visual, when I drag the sales, it will show how many region sales? 4. Just imagine you are creating these visuals for central manager. Which manager? Central manager. For a central manager, you need to show only what data? Central data, right? So now I don't want to show 4 regions. I want to show only what here? Central. How can you show only central data here? You need to apply the filters. So now you need to go to filters. You need to go to filters. I'll talk about it. Filters on the visual. Drag which column? Region. I want to filter based on region. I want to select central region. Now it is showing how many regions data? Central. Table have how many regions? 4. Visual is showing how many regions? 1. You take 4 regions and you apply Power View filters and you are showing what? 1 region. That's what I written here. When to use filters in Power View, I written here. Okay, guys. When it comes to filters in Power View, there are different types of filters in Power View. What is that? Types of filters in where? Power View. How many types of filters are there is? 4 types. Types of filters in Power View. How many types you have is 4 types. How many types? 4 types. What are the 4 types is? The first type of filter we have is filters on this visual. What is the first one? You see here. Take one best visual. So when you go to filters, first one we have is what? Filters on the visual. Second one, filters on this page. Third one, filters on all pages. There is a separate type of filter called drill through filters. Which one? Drill through. This one, drill through, is also filters only. So how many types of filters are there? Is 4. What are the 4? Visual, on this page, on all pages, and what? Drill through filters. Write them. First one is what? Filters on this visual. Second one is what? Filters on this page. Third one is what? Filters on all pages. Fourth one,
Drill through.
drill through filters. Drill through filters. Okay, that's fine. These are the 4 types of filters available. In the older days, these names are different. These names are different. First, so in the older days, they called filters on the visual as visual level filters. What one? Visual level filters. Wherever you read visual level filters or filters on the visual, both are same. Both are same. Next one, filters on the page. In the older days, it is what? They call it as page level filters. Page level filters. Now, guess someone what is the name for this one in the older days? So filters on all pages, right? What might be the name here? So filters on the visual, they call it as visual level filter. Filters on the page, they call it as page level filter. I'm asking, filters on the all pages, what might be the old name?
All pages.
Table name.
Filter.
So all pages level filter is wrong. What is the older name is? All pages together, we call it as a report. All pages together, we call it as a report. So we can call it as report level filter. What it is? Report level filter. See, keep in mind, in Power BI Desktop, whatever you create in Power BI Desktop, it's a report. It's what? Report. That report will have multiple pages. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many pages are there? 4 pages. And each page will have visuals. Each page will have visuals. In the page 1, how many visuals are there? 5 visuals. Currently 5 visuals. Try to write. Whatever you created in the Power BI Desktop, we call it as what? Report. Report will have what? Multiple pages. And will have what? Page. Page will have what? Multiple visuals. So this is the terminology. So all the pages together is what? Report. Filters on all pages, we can call it as what? Report level what? Filters. Report level filters. What is the last one? Drill through filters. This name is same in the older days also. This name is what? Same in the older days. Drill through filters. In the older days also we call it as what? Drill through filters only. So this is the latest names and this is the old names. But wherever you see them, both are same. Both are same. Now we need to have an idea when to use filters on the visual, when to use filters on the page, when to use filters on all pages, when to use drill through filters. We need to have an idea. Okay. First, let's start with what? When to use filters on the visual. When to use filters on the visual is, so take an example. I have a report which have 4 pages. Out of 4 pages, my requirement is in the page 1, only in one visual, I need to filter the data. Take an example. There is a donut chart here. In the donut chart, now currently you are showing how many regions data? 4 regions, and you are showing their sales values. Now my requirement is in this donut chart, when I select the donut chart, when I go and see here, it is showing all the regions and what? All the donut chart uses how many columns? 2 columns, region and sales. It is showing what? All regions, all sales. Default, what data is there in the table, that data it will show. But my requirement is in this donut chart, I don't want to show all the regions data. I want to show only 3 regions data. What are the 3 regions I need to show is East, Central, South. I don't want to show what? West. So if you want to show only 3 regions data here, you need to apply what? Filter. So here in the table you have 4 regions, but in the visual I need to show what? 3 regions. How you can show? I said using filters. Now I want to filter the data only in single visual. Whenever we need to filter the data only in single visual, you need to go with what? Filters on the visual. When you go with filters on the visual, it can filter the data only in one visual. Only in one visual. Filters on this page, filters on, let's say if you go and filter the data on this page, it will filter the data in all the visuals of the page 1. How many visuals it will filter? 5. But this time I don't want to filter 5. I want to filter what? One visual. When I want to filter only one visual, where I need to go? Filters on the visual, right? That point. Whenever we need to filter the data, whenever we need to filter the data in a single visual, in a where? Single visual, then we will use filters on the visual. Then we will use which one? Filters on this visual. Whenever we need to filter the data in a where? Single visual, then we will use what? Filters on this visual. Now my requirement is I want to filter the data only in donut chart. Now currently it is showing 4 regions, but I don't want to show 4 regions. I need to show what? 3 regions. Let me tell you how to filter the data. Now, first you need to select the visual. See, if you don't select any visual, am I seeing filters on the visual? You don't see. What you are seeing first? Filters on this page. You don't see filters on the visual. Why you are not seeing filters on the visual?
Because we have not
You
selected
need to
any
select the
visuals.
visual. When you select the visual, then only you'll find it. When you select the visual, then only you'll find it. Let's see now. Now I selected the visual. Am I seeing filters on the visual now? Yes. Now you are seeing filters on the visual. Okay. Now, once you select the visual, you are planning to filter the data on which column? Region. So you need to go to region column. Which column? I need to apply a filter on region column. how to apply the filter on region column is when you go to region column, there will be some expand button. Which button? This down button is there, right? That button will help you to filter the data. I go to region. So what is the name of that button? Expand or collapse filter card. When I expand, you will see again filter type here. There you will see basic, advanced, top end. Already we said that there are 4 filter types. Filters on the visual, on this page, on all pages. Again, we are telling again filter type. You treat this not as filter types, you treat this as filter subtypes. Here, whatever is there in the top, you treat it as what? Filter types. Whatever there internally, filter subtypes. Filter subtypes. In interview, when they ask you what are the different types of filters are there, will you tell this 4 or will you tell this 4? You need to tell that 4. Right here. Write a point. So we'll have filter subtypes also. Filter subtypes. How many filter subtypes you see there? Basic. Second one, advanced. Third one, top end. So I see top end. Sometimes to get our requirement, we can get it using basic. Sometimes basic will not help. We need to go with advanced. Sometimes basic and advanced will not help. We need to choose what? Top end. You'll come to know when you need to use basic, when you need to use advanced, when you need to use top end, we'll discuss. So first we need to try with what? Basic. If you are not able to get the requirement with basic, then go with other. Advanced or top end. Okay, this time I'm trying to filter the data on which column? Region. To filter the data, I go to region column. Currently it is showing how many regions? All 4 regions. Now I'm going to filter the data on region, expand. And I said that first we need to try with what? Basic. What basic will do is, basic will show distinct regions in the region column. This region column have how many distinct regions? 4. That 4 regions it will show. And beside that, you will see some numbering here. Don't think much about this number. What is that numbering? Let me tell you. Orders table have how many rows totally? 994 rows. Out of 994 rows, central region is having how many rows? 2323 east, 2848 south, 1620 west, 3203. When you sum all this 4, 994. This is the row count. Now, when you are in the basic filter, you will see distinct values in that region column. Now you need to select what regions you want. You need to leave what you don't want. What are the regions you want? Central, east, south. Keep them selected. What you don't want? West. Now you go and see, are we seeing 3 regions data now or not? Yes. If you go and see the filter, you have the filter and you are seeing only 3 regions data. Now table have how many regions? 4 regions. And in this visual, you are showing what? 3 regions by using what? Filter on this visual. Okay, that's fine, guys. Now I'll go and clear the filter. Go to the filter, click on what? Clear. When I click on clear filter, it is showing back what? All 4 regions. Okay, that's fine. Now let me tell you guys, I have a card visual. Which one? Card visual. In the card visual, how many regions data is there currently? 4 regions. But I don't want to see 4 regions. In this visual, I need to see only central region. What region? Only central region I need to show. How to show only central region here? You need to filter only this visual. You need to select the visual. You need to go with what? Filters on the visual. This time, here you have only sales column, but you need to filter the data here based on region column. Based on what? Previously, when I select the visual, I have region and what? Sales. I need to filter the data based on what? Region. You do it. Already there is a column, you filter it directly. But this time, here, you need to filter the data here based on region. But do you have region column here? If you already have a region column, you might filter it, but you don't have it. Now, you need to add the region column. Now, you need to select the region. You are not supposed to drag the region onto visual. When you drag the region onto the visual, meaning is you need to build the visual with region column. I don't want to build the visual. I need to drag the region for what purpose? Filtering purpose. Then what you need to do is, you need to go here, filters on the visual. You need to drag which column? Region. So when you drag the region column, so region column got added to, so see, I'm removing it. So you need to go to filters on the, as you want to filter the data only in one visual, go to filters on the visual. I want to filter the data based on region. Unfortunately, region is not there. First, you need to add what? Region to a add data field here. You are adding that region column only for what purpose? filtering purpose. Go and drag that region column, and first you need to choose the subtype. I said that first we need to try with what? Basic. Remaining I'll discuss later. Now in the basic you need to click on what? Central. When I click on central, how many regions data it is showing? Only central data it is showing. Right. We are able to get only central data. Now I want to clear the filter what I applied here. How to clear the filter is go to the region column. There is an option called what? Clear filter. Now I will explain two things here. Clear filter is there. On the top, remove filter is there. I'll tell you what is the difference, when to use which one. So clear filter means it will clear the filter and region column will be still there. Understand, when I click on clear filter, region filter was cleared till region column is there. How many regions data were seeing? 4 regions. That is clear filter. But there is another option called what? Remove filter. When I do remove filter, it will clear the filter, it will remove the column. See, try to understand, when you use clear filter, it will clear only the filter. Still you will have which column? Region column. But when I go and click on what? Remove filter, it will remove the column and it will remove the filter. Right? It removed it. How many regions you are seeing? 4. Now you guys tell me, in the card visual, initially I planned to filter the data based on region, central region. Later on, my client said that, okay, I don't want central, I want 4 regions. What they said? 4 regions. Here they're expecting 4 regions again. Now to get the 4 regions, you have 2 options. One is clear filter, second one is remove filter. Which one you will prefer here? Remove. You need to prefer what? Remove. Why remove? So I added this column only for filtering purpose. When I don't want that filter, better to remove this column. If you clear only filter, that column will still there. In the future, it will confuse us. Better to do what? Remove. But if you go here, in this visual, previously I filtered the data based on what? Region. I have central, east, south. Here, when I filter the data based on region, I see only clear filter. I don't see remove filter. Why? You are applying the filter on existing column, which is used to develop the visual. So already you are using, you cannot remove it. So if you add a new column for filtering purpose, then it will show what? Remove filter. This time I need to go with clear filter or remove filter. Clear filter. Only clear filter. Clear filter will clear. If you apply the filter on existing column, you need to go with clear filter. If you drag the column for filtering purpose, if you filter the data, then not recommended to go with clear filter, recommended to go with what? Remove filter. So I hope you got an idea, difference between clear filter and what? Remove filter. Clear filter and remove filter. That's fine. Okay. So we understand now, clear filter or remove filter. I want to remove the filter. What is there? Clear filter or remove filter? Remove filter. When I click on remove filter, you got it. Now the requirement is, in page 1, totally I have 5 visuals. In all the 5 visuals, I need to show central data. In all the 5 visuals, I need to show what? Central data. Currently in all the 5 visuals, you are seeing how many regions data? 4 regions. But I want to see only central. How to show in all the 4 visuals only central data?
With
Better
the help
go
of
to where?
advanced.
Filters on this page. If you go with filters on the visual, how many times you need to apply filter? 5 times. Each individual visual you need to filter. Instead of going with each individual visual, this time I'll go with what? Filters on this page. So it will filter all the visuals in the page 1. Now I am in which page? Page 1. I'm going to where? Filters on this page. Filters on this page means it will filter on which page now? Page 1. How to filter? Drag which column? Region. Which region you want? Filters on this page. Region. Click on expand. Basic filter. Click on what? Central. When I click on central, so in all the visuals you are seeing what data now? Central. Now you guys tell me, in the duplicate page 1 or take this as page 4. Take this as page 4. In the page 4, will you see, take an example, take this as page 4. I have a question for you. In the page 1, you apply which filter? Region is central. Page 1 completely showing what data? Technology is showing 170K only for central. Now in the page 4, my question is, in the page 4, will you see 4 regions or only central? 4 regions. Why? Because you apply that filter only in where? Page 1.
Page
now
level.
I'll do one thing. In the page 1, I'll take one table visual. I'll go and drag what? Region. In the table visual, when I drag the region, how many regions it will show? Only central. Only central. Why? Because already in that page filter is there. Now I'll go to page 4. I'll add another table visual here. I'll drag which column? Region. How many regions it will show? 4 regions. 4 regions. Why? Because in the page 4, you don't have what? Filters on the page. So filters on this page is available in what? Page 1 only. Okay. So second one is filters on this page. When to go with filters on the page? Previously, we understand when to go with what? Filters on the visual. Now we understand when to go with what? Filters on this page. When to go with filters on the page is whenever we need to filter the data in all the visuals of a page, of a single page, of a page, then we will use which one? Filters on this page. Okay. Now in the page 1, you filter the data region equal central, right? I need to show in all the visuals back again 4 regions data. Back again 4 regions. Will you go with clear filter or remove filter here? Remove filter, right? Click on remove filter. When I click on remove filter, again I'm seeing how many regions data? 4 regions. I'm seeing 4 regions data. Now the last requirement is in page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, all the pages I need to show only central data. All the pages I need to show what? Central data. So if you want to show every page only central data, where do you need to apply? Filters on all page. Go to filters on all page, drag which column? Region, which region? So go to region. To filter the region, click on expand and you select what? Basic filtering, click on what? Central. When I click on central, now it is showing in all the pages, it's showing what data? Central data. It's showing central data in all the pages. So in the page 1, you go and see what filter is there? Region is central. Page 2 also go and see what filter is there? Region equal. Page 3 also go and see, you will have what filter? Central. Page 4 also you go and see what filter will be there? Central. You guys tell me, I'll add a new page, page 5. I'll take one table visual. I'll go and drag what? Region. How many regions it will show? Page 5.
Central.
Only central. Only central. Why? Because there is a filter on what? All pages. Okay. So now let's try it. When to go with what? Filters on all pages. When to go with filters on all pages. Whenever we need to filter the data in all the visuals of a page, here, whenever we need to filter the data in where? All the visuals of a report. Of a report. Report means all pages. Report. Then we will use which one? Filters on all pages. What is the difference previously, right? Whenever we need to filter the data on what? All the visuals of a page. Here I write page. Then you'll go with what? Filters on the page. Here I write what? Whenever we need to filter the data in all the visuals of a report. Report means filters on all pages. Okay. We understand, guys. Now I need to remove the filter. What I applied in all the pages. Go to region. Clear filter or remove filter again? Remove filter. Okay. We understand. So filters on the visual, filters on this page, filters on all pages. What is the last one? Drill through filters. Now we'll try to understand what is drill through filters. Drill through filters. To explain drill through filters, do like this. Drill through filters. I'll do one thing. So in the page 4, I'll delete this visual. Just I'll delete the visual. I'll take one bar chart here just to fill the page 4. I'm in which page now? Page 4. I'll just create a bar chart in the page 4. In that bar chart, what I'll do is, in the bar chart, I'll go and show subcategory, ship mode by sales. Drag the ship mode and drag what? Sales. Go to format, enable the data labels, go to general, add one border. Go to effects, add the visual border. Don't worry, I just created one visual. Now I'll go to page 5. In the page 5, I'll take one tree map. Which visual I'm taking? Tree map. In the tree map, I'll drag subcategory by sales. Drag the subcategory column on what? Sales column. Go to format, enable the data labels. Now, when you drag subcategory and sales, how many subcategories you are seeing? So, total 17. 17 subcategories are there. Okay, now the requirement is, I'll ask one question, guys. When I go and click on technology here, and I click on what? Technology. It is showing technology data in all the visuals here. In all these visuals, it is showing what data? Technology data. Now, my question is, when I click on technology in the page 4, you are seeing only technology category data. In the page 5, will it show only technology data or all three categories data? In the page 5, it will show what? All three categories data. When I navigate to page 5, still I am seeing 17 subcategories, right? If it is showing only technology data, it need to show only what? 4. So what you need to understand here is, when you select one data point, that can filter the data only in that page. Only in that page. It cannot filter the data in what? Other pages. So what is the meaning is, visual interactions can filter the data only in one page. Visual interactions can filter the data only in where? One page, only in that page. So when I go and click on technology, it will show technology data only in that page. Sometimes you will have a requirement. When I click on technology, I need to see technology related data in other page. In where? Other page. So what type of requirement you will get is, sometimes you will have some 20 related visuals. There are 20 related visuals. Can I place them 20 visuals in single page? Is not possible. When you have 20 related visuals, 10 visuals you will keep in one page, another 10 visuals you will keep it in another page. But page 4 and page 5 together have related visuals. So when you have related visuals, there will be a requirement. See here now, in the page 4 you have category. In the page 5 you have what? Subcategory. They are related with each other or not? Yes. Why I don't keep subcategory also in the page 4? No space. Every page will have some specific space. So as there is no space, category information I keep in page 4. Subcategory information I keep in where? But what client is asking is, when I click on technology, the technology related data only I need to see in where? Page 5. So you need to filter the data in other page. Can visual interactions do that? No. Then which one will do that is drill through filters. So what is the use of drill through filters? Drill through filters is used to pass filter condition from one page to another page. Filter condition from where? From one page to another page. Whenever we need to pass filter condition from one page to another page, you need to configure which filters? Drill through filters. Now go to drill through filters, and so I clearly understand the requirement. You need to pass the filter condition from where? 4 to 5. In page 4, you need to select what? Category. That category related data it need to show in what? Page 5. That is the requirement. First, you need to go to page 5, guys. Where you need to go? Page 5. Why? Because you need to filter the data on the page 5. You need to go to drill through section. Which area? Drill through. So you need to drag the column based on which you need to filter page 5. I need to filter page 5 based on a column called what? Category. When I drag the category, it is showing what? All. You see one back button got added here. What is added? When you drag any column to the drill through, as soon as you drag, it will add a back button. I'll tell you why it added back button. Now go to page 4 and hover on technology. Hover on what? Technology. You'll get in the tooltip option called what? Drill through. When I go on hover here, you'll see drill through. When I go to the drill through, you see what? Only which page? Page 5. When I hover on region, in the tooltip, I don't get drill through. Why? We added only which column? Category column in the drill through. That is the reason drill through option will be available only for what? Category. Why it is showing only page 5? Why not page 1, page 2, page 3 is you don't add it. Let's say in the page 1 also, in the drill through, you added a column called which column? Category. Now you added category column in where? Page 1 also. Now go to page 4. When I hover on drill through, when I hover on here, drill through, what are the pages showing? Page. Now you can pass this category filter to where? Page 1 as well as page 5. Okay, that's fine. I don't want to pass it to page 1. I'll remove it. I only want to pass to what? Page 5, that is the reason in the page 5, I drag that category filter. Now, when I go here, when I hover here, now you can see drill through, you'll see only what? Page 5. So go and click on page 5. Now I will navigate from page 4 to page 5. Where you will navigate? Page 4 to page 5. Now page 5 is showing what data? Category equal to technology. Only technology related subcategories is showing, right? So now if you want to go back from page 5 to page 4, you need to use what button? Back button. There is a back button added. When I click on back, you are coming back to where? Page 4. Now go and hover on furniture. Go and drill through. Click on what? Page 5. Page 5 will show what data now? Furniture data. Does it change the other filter now? Click on go back again. Now I go and click on office suppliers. Drill through. Go and click on what? Page 5. It is showing what? Office suppliers. Go back. So one way drill through is hover. Wait till you got drill through. Do it. Second way, right click. Drill through. Page 5. Anything is fine. Either you can do right click, you can go. Or either you can do right click, drill through page 5. It is showing technology data. Or hover on it, wait until you get this tooltip and navigate it. Both the ways you can navigate. So another important point I need to add here is when I just click on back button, it will not go. Is it going when I click on back button? Means no. When I hover here, you see the read the message, what you are getting there. Control plus click here to go back to what? Previous page. This back button will work with control. Which one? Control plus back you need to click on. So why you need to hold control button is currently report is in which mode? Edit mode. Which mode? Developer is developing the report. It will be in which mode? Edit mode. When it is in edit mode, to go back, report is in what? Edit mode. Edit mode, you need to click on control. Control plus what? Back. But after saving the report, I save this report. I publish this report. I share this report with my client. When client open the report, client can see in read-only mode. Which mode? They cannot edit the report. Client can see in what? Read-only mode. Read only what mode? When I see read-only mode, so they don't want to control and back. Which one will work? Back. Only back will work. Developer to check that functionality, he need to hold what? Control. Client can check only what? Back. You do one thing. You publish this report to Power BI service. You share that report to whom? Client. Check it in the client. They don't want to click on control button. They can just click on what? Back button. Okay. This is about types of filters, guys. We got an idea when to use which type of filters. In tomorrow's class also, completely 1 hour, I'll talk about filters only. Let's stop here today. We'll continue from here in where? Tomorrow's class. Anybody have any questions from today's class?